To hear what the timeline will be on that Department of Education executive order. But if and when it does happen, we wanted to know what that would mean. So education is primarily a state and local responsibility. So let's break this down. Back in the 2012-2013 school year, that's actually the latest data on their website, a little more than $1 trillion was spent on education here in America. 92% of that funding actually came from state, local, and private sources, while the Department of Education pitched in 8%. So how does that 8% then trickle down? WBZ's Kristina Rex is live for us in Boston tonight to break this down for us. Kristina?
David, even if it is only 8%, city, state leaders in education tell me that 8% provides critical funding for programs in our schools here in Massachusetts, and that if it goes away, we could lose those programs altogether.
Sunny is a synonym for...
What you're seeing here is an extra language lesson inside Watertown schools, the kind of added support that could go away if President Trump truly dismantles the Department of Education.
If we were to somehow lose that funding, it would be a pretty deep impact for us.
Watertown Superintendent Deanne Galdston says money from the federal government covers about 16% of the city's expense budget for education. It pays for school services for disabled children and low-income families.
What are parents going to do? What are families going to do?
Governor Healey was outraged at the news Thursday, especially given Massachusetts' rich academic history and what's at stake.
Is your child on an IEP? Does your child have a disability? The services that your family gets for your child in Massachusetts go away.
And the state doesn't have the money to make them up, she says.
You can't begin to make up for those cuts. And it breaks my heart when I think about little kids, who are going to be without access to those services.
Dismantling the Department of Education completely would require congressional approval.
It's frankly obscene.
The head of the state's biggest teachers union warns it could lead to massive job cuts that further impact struggling students.
One of the most fundamental commitments we have is we welcome in every student into our schools and we provide them what they need. Students with disabilities need additional supports.
And this doesn't only impact younger children. The Department of Education also provides funding for scholarships that help older students pay for college. Those also could be in jeopardy. Now, I did reach out to the Mass GOP to see if they had a statement or any perspective on this potential executive order. I did not hear back. Live in Boston, Kristina Rex, WBZ News.
All right, Kristina, thank you.